This Sunday we have Hollywood Fight Nights, and Sergey Bohachuk El Flaco once again is headlining the card. This is his 8th straight time, and he is 15-0 by way of 15 knockouts.
That's right.
The kid always tells me it is easy. It's an easy fight. Abel Sanchez. First of all, he is fighting for the WBC. This is the first title shot for him. When you told him, or I don't know who told Sergey that you're going to be fighting for a title, what did he say?
He was very excited, but he says they're easy fights only because he does such hard work in the gym. That's why they become easy for him. But Brunson is not an easy fight.
Yeah.
He's very difficult. He's a big puncher also. He's got a big knockout ratio, but I think he started out his career with 19 knockouts in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So
First round knockouts.
First round knockouts.
Yeah. First round knockouts, right. So we're fighting somebody that's for real, somebody that
it's a good step-up fight.
Some
Very
big
good
names. So we're fortunate that WBC has blessed us with that opportunity to win a title. So we look forward to it.
How about you, Tom? How did you petition for this? Did you ask WBC? How do you know that Sergey is ready for this?
Look, Abel, after 15 fights, first Abel wanted to build him and get the experience there. And each fight has become more challenging for him, even though he might make it look easy. As Abel said, the hard work is done in the gym. He's one of the hardest. Whenever I go up there to Big Bear to watch him train, watch him spar, one of the hardest working athletes that I've seen. Nobody can outrun Sergey Bohachuk on the mountain.
Really?
That's a horse.
And Big Bear is probably one of the most difficult places to run as far as boxing training is concerned. And as Abel said, when we told him it was for a WBC Continental America's title, he was very excited. When we were able to make this match with Brunson, I figured this was a quality match to petition for sanction of a regional title, and the Continental America's title was available. And Mauricio Suleiman, Alberto Leon, they both gave it their blessing from the WBC standpoint. And this will be an exciting fight for the fans. Bohachuk has a perfect knockout record, 15 knockouts, and as Abel said, Brunson, very dangerous. When you have that many first-round knockouts in a row, that's not coincidence. He can punch. So there's going to be fireworks that night. If you're coming to the Avalon Hollywood, you'll be hosting. Cynthia will be hosting.
I will be. Sunday Fun Day, guys, October 27th at the Avalon Theater.
Avalon Hollywood. And it'll be streamed also on the 360 Promotions Facebook page.
And we also get to find out, too. We get to find out what we have. Mm-hmm. We're fighting a quality opponent. Let's find out if Sergey is at the level that we're ready to step him up to that level.
Does he tell you, I am ready for this title shot?
They're always ready. They were for a world title shot in their second fight. I mean, they're that confident. But Sergey has trusted us, has trusted our judgment. In this fight, unfortunately or fortunately, how you look at it, I like to string my fighters along to have 20, 25 fights before we do anything. But Sergey has progressed so quickly that he's done it a little bit quicker than anticipated. But by fighting for this title, that puts us in a position now where not only do we have to defend it, but it also puts us in a ranking position where more attractive fights get offered, and those fights are tough.
Yeah. Though I remember when I interviewed him, I believe it was for the last fight, or two Hollywood Fight Nights ago when we were downstairs in the dressing room. I spoke to him, and usually his interviews about his style and fights and training, he doesn't really say anything. And this time he said, in this training camp, you really had to teach him certain things. You had to tell him what to do, what not to do. And he's like, I just have to listen. I have to trust him. And he's never said that to me before. And I mean, he kind of got on a personal level, actually, right before a fight.
Well, for that training camp, but even for the Freddie Hernandez training camp, what I try to do is bring in some tougher sparring, bring in some guys that are going to not only test him, but that are more seasoned than he is. And in those training camps, he found out that what we've been saying is true. We have to develop. My saying to him is always, "You're not Mike Tyson." Just because you got 15 knockouts in a row and 15 fights doesn't mean you're Mike Tyson. You have to work for what you get. And these last couple of fights, he's progressed in a way that not only is he listening, but he's attempting some of the things that we are trying to teach him. When you get too many fights in a row where you're knocking people out, you tend to think that you're the shit, you know?
Yeah, and he needs to get rounds. I mean,
Absolutely.
he always knocks everyone out in two,
Yeah.
3 rounds, and he's just like, but I want more rounds. I said, then don't knock him out in those 2 rounds.
Yeah, but he needs rounds against guys like Tyrone Brunson. Guys that the next,
Double pressure.
if we're fortunate enough to get past Tyrone, I know the next one's going to be even tougher. So those are the guys that we need to be ready for and improve in the gym so that we're successful.
I can add to what Abel said. Sergey's become a fan favorite for people
Yes, he
who
has.
tune in on the stream or see him live. Where, as Abel said, he's not Mike Tyson. He's not knocking guys out in the first or second round, but he's wearing guys down with his work rate, his endurance. He does have heavy hands.
He
Abel's-
made that one guy retire. I forgot his name.
Freddie Hernandez.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Freddie was a very durable veteran, and I don't think Freddie's really been hit with that onslaught of constant pressure, constant punches. And Abel's done a tremendous job with varying Sergey's
Attack.
attack, with body shots, mixing the body shots and the head shots, and that's something that the guys don't know where the punches are coming from, and sometimes you just see it's like a flurry, and it's exciting to watch him. He's become one of my favorite fighters to watch. I get excited when
That music
A lot of
comes
people,
out.
a lot of people do. You know, Freddie had just either the fight before Sergey or the fight before that one had fought Jason Quigley, and it was a 10-round, very, very close fight where he gave Jason all he can handle. And Jason is one of these hot prospects with 20 fights or something like that. So for Sergey to be able to do that to a guy like that, a veteran that understands that every fight is important to him, I'm sure he's getting ready for every fight because it could be the last fight, was impressive. The way he dismantled him was impressive. I happened to take Sergey down a couple weeks ago down to the Legends gym down in Santa Fe Springs, or Norwalk that is, and he sparred with Brian Castaño, the ex-WBA champion. And Brian was very impressed with not only his work ethic, but how he placed his punches and how he made Brian, they sparred 5 rounds, how he made Brian work. So impressed that they called us the next day and wanted to know if we can go down there every day or the days that they were sparring to spar with him. Unfortunately, we couldn't because we have other people in the gym, but for a champion like that to ask you to come down to work with them because they like your work and they like the fact that they're gonna get out of it as much as you're getting out of it was very rewarding for me and rewarding for the work that we're doing. But Sergey was to be thought of like that is great for us.
Well, I can't wait for this fight, October 27th. If you guys haven't gotten your tickets, you can still get them at 360promotions.us. And I believe at the box office, or we sold out. I'm not even sure if we're sold out yet.
We've sold out every show. We're going to maximum capacity. We broke the record of attendance at the Avalon for a boxing show in the last show, and we expect to sell out again. But there will be tickets at the box office, so get the early doors open at 3 o'clock. There is a great undercard. I think you touched on it, Cynthia, where Adrian Corona is coming back. He's in a tough fight. Marco Deckerman's a fan favorite, trained by Freddie Roach, one of Abel's contemporaries. And we have George Navarro, who is very popular.
Rubalcaba.
Philly Rubalcaba is in a very tough fight. That's the co-feature. That's going to be an exciting fight. And it's going to be a great show for the fans. So you can tune in on the stream or come down and get it. The tickets are on 360promotions.us or at the door or the Facebook stream at 360 Promotions. You'll see Abel Sanchez in action. Like I said, Freddie Roach will be down there. When you have those level of world class, I wouldn't even say trainers, but boxing people, that really adds to the overall quality of the show.